Hello, dividend executives. Welcome back. The stock market is open, so you already know we are buying stocks and we are adding assets to our portfolio. The account is up today, which is fantastic, probably mostly because of some of the options trades I have. But the account is looking good for the day, good for the week, and pretty much, up 3% for the last month, so not too bad. We have a lot of buying power available. That is mostly because I have margin enabled on the account. And we can go over that as well. But it's time to buy some stocks. So we are going to be adding a new stock today, and then we are going to be adding to one of our favorite stocks today. If you are new here, I am building a dividend-only portfolio. My primary focus on this is just pure dividend income each and every single month. I have other portfolios that are growth, higher risk, lower risk, and this sole purpose is to make $150 a month in pure passive dividend income. I started this account back in February at $0. I add to it each and every single week, just like a regular investor. $100 here, $200 there, $300 there. I have some daily purchases, and then I make weekly purchases here live. When we talk about daily purchases, I have two backbones to the account, as you probably know, SCHD and VTI. These are the main majority of my account. I have 43 shares of SCHD sitting at about $3,000 or 23.5%. And I have a daily purchase on SCHD. So each and every single day it goes in and it purchases $5 of VTI or of SCHD each and every single day. And if we continue to do that, we'll have roughly $1,295 over the next year invested. So that's SCHD. The current price is $69.30. My average price is $68.73. We love to see that on the daily purchases. My average cost overall in the position is still at $72.54. So we are averaging down each and every single day. And I love that. So that's 23.5% of the portfolio. Another big chunk of the portfolio, 10%, is $1,246, and that is VTI. The reason why I do this is it gives me full exposure to the entire stock market. It has a low dividend, but this is just more entire stock market. And the reason why is look at this 5-year chart, up 54% over a 5-year period. You know, if you can plug away between 8 and 10% each and every single year, that'll help for the growth side of the portfolio. So that gives us some growth. You can see 277% all time. But yeah, so that's the growth portion. And then same thing with this. Each and every single day, we have a $5 purchase. My average price paid is $211.51. In the last month, we put $110 in and $915 since we started this daily purchase on February 1st, which is when we started the account. This has been rolling since day one of the account. So yeah, $915 has gone into VTI that way. We've made some purchases here and there, but for the most part, I just set it and forget it with SCHD and VTI. It's $10 a day each and every single market day, and it gives me a good balance to my portfolio. And that's the kind of stuff that like helps you sleep at night. You don't have to worry about the portfolio. You know you have some growth. You know you have some good dividends. You know you have some quality companies behind it. And then we chase some of the high yields with some of the other stuff, and that's where we get into the monthly dividends. And so let's jump into that. You know we love monthly dividends. So we are going to jump into our first purchase of the day, and that is going to be JEPQ. And we are going to do $25 into JEPQ. You know I like to just keep it simple. That's a half a share into JEPQ. This is on this is a covered call fund on the NASDAQ 100. And this is about 8% of the portfolio. We are up on this position, and this one pays us pretty good every single month. Let's look at the dividend for last month. It looks like it was $9.05. So it paid roughly 41 cents a share. We just bought a half a share, so we just bought ourselves 20 or so cents of dividends just right there, just instant raise. So that's 25 for the day, and then we have a new one that we are adding, and that is going to be QQQY. I want to give this one a chance. I bought $1 this morning so that I had it in the portfolio ready to go. So yeah, this is another enhanced option income ETF. Let's take a look at what it is, right? Let's go down here. There we go. So QQQY seeks to provide monthly income by actively placing bullish bets on the NASDAQ 100 through zero-day option trading. They write puts, and then they also have an objective where they are trying to get some limited long-term exposure to the QQQ as well. So this one's a little bit different. I found it very interesting. I want to give it a try. You know QQQ is my favorite fund of all the funds when it comes to ETFs. And yeah, so I mean the price is okay. The stock has been going down for the last 3 months, which, I mean, it just started in September. So it's down 10%. Not good. You don't like to see that. But on the flip side, if we were to just look up QQQ, let's look how it's done over the last 3 months. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much flat. So there's not a whole lot of exposure they are able to extract out of QQQ, as that stock is literally gone. I mean, it was down big time just a couple of days ago, down 7%. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I like to test new funds. If we don't like it, we'll get rid of it. But we're gonna throw 75 in it, not a whole lot. Because again, it's 4 shares, and this one yields roughly 1%. So we'll look at the dividends here in a little bit, but yeah, so that gives us a little bit of exposure to that. Again, we're talking about 0.5%. But yeah, we're adding some new stocks to the account, so we'd love to see that. We have all the yield max. I'll scroll through this so you could see all the funds we have here, and we have some dividends that are coming in as well. So we will go over those. Let me just jump to that. So these are the dividends in the account. We'll jump in the spreadsheet so you can see them more clearly. But for November, we have JEPI at $6.15, JEPQ at $9.05, AGNC coming in at $6.29. Nice, like to see that. Main $2.80, O $2.90, Stag $1.09, and PSEC $2.45. So good chunk of money coming in there. It's going to keep coming in, and then this is my trade of the week. This is more of a Bitcoin play. But I've been trading options on this. We got assigned shares on the put. We sold covered calls against those for a while. We got those shares called away for a profit. And we're selling puts to re-enter. This is all with margin money, so as long as we don't get assigned, it is 100% free. You pay zero margin on it. It's a cool part about Robinhood Gold. And I could jump into the margin a little bit, but I sold these ones last week for, let's see, 60. Yeah, so we got an estimated credit of 60 from 4 of these. Today, this option is we're up $48. Today's return is obviously $128 because it was pre-earnings. But yeah, overall, we're up $48 on this position right now. This should expire worthless, or I should be able to roll it on Friday, which is tomorrow, just depending on the way the position looks. But yeah, so we're up 80% on that, $48. Can't complain there. And I could jump back into the buying power, and you could see here. So the margin, brokerage cash is 0. Margin used, or margin total, it gives me almost $10,000, which means roughly $5,000 if I'm trading options. Margin used is $992. The reason why I'm using margin under $1,000 is because with Robinhood Gold, you get the first $1,000 for free. So it's literally free leverage. If I ever obviously needed to cover it, I'll just transfer it out of my bank account. But it's just free money. The first $1,000 has no interest attached to it. So I've been using that, and then the cash secured puts, you can sell those for free with no interest as well. And I've been collecting money, and as you can see, I'm $48. I'll collect $60 this week on free money. So it's just a little bit way to buy some more stocks. With Robinhood's money, as long as you know how to trade options. I don't advise it if you don't know how to trade options, but I've been doing it for a long time. So just helping leverage the account so that I can grow the dividend snowball even faster. So we're up to $11,900, almost $12,000. Love to see that. So the account is cracking away. So let's jump into the nitty gritty. Let's jump into the fun stuff. So we said we wanted to talk about QQQY, and this is where we're at here. So obviously it's up as of right now. As far as the holding goes, these are the holdings in it. We have treasury notes, and then some put options, as you can see, on a set for 11/23. Because it is all traded on QQQ, they can't have 100% of the fund into that single stock, so they do it through treasury notes and a couple of other ways. But yeah, so this is where we're sitting at right there. Let's go over the dividends. Dividend yield is 11.68%. So if you know QYLD, it's kind of similar to that, roughly paying 1% a month. This is a new fund. There hasn't been a whole lot of dividends. They have the October and November that have paid out. We had $1.10 per share and $1 per share. We bought, over 4 shares today. So if all things hold equal, next month we'll get paid roughly $4. But there's not a whole lot of data on it. It's really new. Sometimes I like to test out new funds, especially when we're talking about 0.5% of the portfolio. The expense ratio is 0.99%, something to definitely highlight. If I can get 12% a year and I pay 1% in the expense ratio, then it could potentially be worth it. It really depends on the how QQQ responds, but we'll see how this goes. But that's QQQY, the new fund that we added as of today. And then let's jump over into the spreadsheet. So let's take a look. So we obviously ended September at $143, October $123 in dividend income, and November we are already off to the races with $30.73. Our quarterly dividend pairs of SCHD and VTI are not going to be coming through. As you can see, it is not highlighted in red. That is for December. So those will be coming through in December. And all those other late hitters are going to be coming through soon. I did have a video the other day on the Yield Max funds. Those dividends will be coming through shortly. I think they pay out on the 16th. So we are about a week, just a little over a week away from those coming in, and that'll boost the account a lot. You can see even with TSLY, $28, MBDY 17, OIRK 10, 10, 8, 2, 2, 4. So those will probably all be pretty similar. I know TSLY went up a tiny bit, so we might see a little bit more there. And then I have this all on drip too. So I buy it every month, once a month at least. And then my drip buys me more shares. And so every month, what we want to see is we want to see this trajectory like we do with PSEC from 240 to 242 to 245. Just slowly, each and every single month, the drip and then buying shares increases our dividends each and every single month. And we're going to try to get to 150. It's going to be really close in December, I'm going to be honest. I would love to get it done by the end of the year. We'll have to see. I might have to make some bigger purchases. I don't know, but we'll see how November shapes up, and then we'll see how the dividends are looking for SCHD and VTI. SCHD last quarter paid us $26.94. The quarter prior to that, $24.90, and prior to that, when we first started the count, $3.03. So that one we can at least, between the two of those, we are at least going to get $30. So that'll help out. So if we can get the regular account to $120 or so, we should hit the $150 goal. So that's where we're at as of today. The account's looking good. We keep depositing each and every single week, and the account's on the way up, $11,909. Hopefully we can get this account to $12,500 or even more by the end of the year. But I'm just going to keep trading options, keep adding each and every single week, and you know the recipe. Just get that dividend snowball rolling. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to give me a like. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the comments, and happy investing. We'll catch you next time.